Hi YouTube, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kia and you're watching Virtual Access. So I try to do something a little different this week and I'm going to see how it works out. But I already filled out all my strips of every day because we're doing from the 6th to the 12th. This is the second weekly check-in of the month. So I already have my no spend days. I have 3 of those this week. That's really good. I try to at least do 3. So let's get started. The first day was the 6th and I had a spending transaction. This one was for $6 and I spent some money on The Sims 4. I love playing The Sims 4 in my free time. And I purchased, I'm not sure if y'all know what The Sims resource is for people that do play The Sims 4. But it was $6, so I'm just going to put The Sims. And that was it on the 6th. Moving on to the 8th, I had a spending transaction. These transactions are in order. So the first one was spending, and this was just some hotspot on my Cricket phone account. I got some hotspot for $10. The next one came on my 2-year-old's category. I had to get a copy of, his birth certificate, but I actually got the original, certified copy because I didn't have one. And that was $10. That was at the Register of Deeds. The last transaction on the 8th was out of my household category at Walmart. Me and my husband went to Walmart and got a couple of things. Everything he paid for, I just helped out some, but he, covered the rest of the transaction. So I spent a total of $8.56, and that was going towards, things for the household items. And that was it on the 8th. On the 9th, I had a gas transaction. This one was for $20 at Sunday. The next one was for spending. After I got gas, I went to this donut bar and got a cupcake for $3.21. It was a red velvet cupcake. Oh my gosh, it was so good, you guys. And the next one was a sinking fund transaction. And this one was at this store called Roses. And I got my 2-year-old some birthday gifts and spent $54.04. And guess what, you guys? When I went to get ready to leave, my car wouldn't crank. My husband came and we ended up having to put a starter in my car, honey. So we went and got the starter. He put it in. I just drove that sucker home, honey. I won't even. My car has been, y'all. If y'all been watching my videos, my car has been messing up a lot. I mean, it's understandable because it's a 2009 Ford Escape. I bought it in 2014. Guys, I've had that car forever. So it's understandable that it's messing up. It has it's like 250,000 miles on it, but that's not the real mileage that's on that car because I had a new motor put in, which had like way less miles. But unfortunately, we didn't write down how many miles was on that motor, so it doesn't actually have 250,000 miles. But y'all, it has been having a lot of problems here lately. Like, not lately, but like for the last 2 or 3 years, it's been like doing the most. So I just took it home, you guys, and I got in the Suburban. I went home and took the Suburban and finished doing what I was going to do. So that is where the next gas transaction is coming from, is me putting the rest of what I had in my envelope into the Suburban, which didn't do much because my husband does not want regular gas put in there, which is understandable. But I ended up putting $30 in there. And this was at a store called Atkinson's. So that is the reason why there's 2 gas transactions. It was for 2 different cars. But y'all, that was my day. So, yeah, that was it for the night. Little story time. Alright, then the very last transaction was on the 10th. And this is a sinking fund. And it was out of my 2-year-old's category. I stopped at Dollar General and got him some diapers. And spent $4.82 there. And that is it, you guys. That is all my transactions for this week. I don't think I did too bad. So, yeah. Maybe I will eventually get my title back up here. But this is my weekly check-in worksheet. So, I did have 3 transactions for spending, which equaled up to me spending $20. So, I only had $20 in my envelope. So, when we unstuff it, it will be empty. I had $80 remaining for spending for the month. And I spent $20. So, now I have $60. Alright, moving on to gas. I had 2 transactions for gas, which equaled up to be $50. I only put $50 in my envelope, so when we unstuff, it will be empty. I had $200 remaining, and I spent $50. So that leaves me with $150 for the month. And last but not least, we have takeout. I didn't have any transactions for takeout, and I had $1 in there. So I should still have $1 left. I had $31 remaining for the month, and I should still have 31 because I didn't spend anything. So let's get ready to unstuff these envelopes. All right, so I have my binders here. We're going to do the bills first. So I only had 2 bills to unstuff this week. One of them being Epidemic Sound, which is the music I use on YouTube. And it was for $15. Remove that. I'm not going to use a cash tray. I'm just going to set it to the side here. And the last one I had to unstuff was my car insurance, which is my car insurance, and it was $121. So that's $121 there. All right, and that's it for my bills. Then with cash envelopes, I only had 2 to unstuff. I have to unstuff all of my spending. It's $20. And all of gas, which is $50 in there. You have to readjust. All right, so I had to readjust so you guys can see all the bills, but I didn't unstuff my cash envelopes. So now we're going to unstuff my sinking funds. All right, so my Sun Basin had 2 transactions, and they all totaled to be $15. So we're going to remove that. So it's a 10 and a 5. So he now has $5, which is correct in the book. Then flipping over to household, I had 1 transaction for $9. Okay, so that's a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones. It's probably a lot easier if I do use my cash tray. So I might be using my cash tray on the next weekly check-in, but I do have $8 left over in household. I am so sorry, y'all, if this is kind of sort of blurry, but I don't know how to fix it. And the last one I will be unstuffing is birthdays, and I'll be taking out $54. That was the only transaction I had. So it's a 50. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should have 53, 50, 1, 2, 3. So that is correct. So now we're just going to count all of this up. See how much we spent this week. Okay. 100, 150, 200, 220, 240, 250, 260, 265, 270, 275, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. So $284 is what we spent this week on everything. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to y'all for my cash stuffing on Friday. Bye, guys.